Now, when it comes to your life, do you look at everything as maybe, and for lack of better phrase here,
Hmm.
okay, you can fix this up, but was gonna say, do you look at everything as a way to generate money or create a viral moment? Or asking here, like with that voicemail, you mentioned there's several previous projects you worked on where you use voicemails.
Yeah,
You find an opportunity with the photographer and create your album artwork on Canva
yeah.
while you're at the concert. I mean, is everything have multiple purposes for you? Do you look at just everything that happens during your life as something that could have multiple purposes or generate money or go viral or things that so on and so forth?
That's a great question. I'm gonna put it like this. I never did good in school, Smalls. I can't take nothing from school that I really learned. And the only thing I really learned from school was they used to use this phrase on all the paperwork and stay on task. That's the only thing from school that ever did me well. And I think I have a real nit for doing that. Now I'm gonna give you there's a movie that I watched that motivated me when I was a little bit younger, and I took it with me. And a lot of niggas ain't never seen this movie. I don't know if you've seen this movie. It's a movie called The Prestige. You seen it before?
I take my personal opinion out of it.
You fucking up, whatever. All right, cool. But this movie is a movie about magic. Two magicians, Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, right? Christian Bale plays Batman before, Hugh Jackman played Wolverine before, but they're not these characters in this movie. Anyway, long story short, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's actually got one of the best endings of all time to me. In this movie, they're both two very elite magicians. Somewhere during the movie, they was working together. At some point, Christian Bale accidentally kills Hugh Jackman's girl in a magic trick. So they start beefing and competing across the street from each other. In this film, Hugh Jackman is trying to figure out how Christian Bale is doing this magic trick. So he's following him, he's trying to trail his steps. He can't figure this shit out. Just so happened, Hugh Jackman he was trying to do actual magic tricks. Christian Bale was defeating him because toward the end of the movie, you realize Christian Bale never stopped his magic trick. Hugh Jackman was ending his magic trick when the show ended. So when the show ended, the people left, he was done. He just spent his whole life trying to figure out, why is this motherfucker so good? But Christian Bale was defeating him because his magic trick continued when the show was over. And that showed me something as a kid. I was like, that shit's fire. He's winning because everything he does, even in his personal life, he was tricking people outside of the magic show. He had his own girl was fucking his brother by accident because they was twins. Because he didn't want to tell him. Keep in mind, on one of the magic tricks, he lost his fucking finger or some shit like that. He had like a nub. He was so committed to the magic trick, he made his brother twin chop his shit off because he didn't want somebody else to realize that they both had different hands. That's how committed he was to the magic trick. And so sometimes in life, Smalls, say you working, say you not working. What happens is like you have this drive and passion to be the best and get to the next level. And so we're human. Sometimes we eating. You might have a shorty you dealing with. You might be dealing with family issues. One of your homies might be distracting you. And so say I'm with one of my bros that I love to death that's not really good to be in my life. Say I end up arguing with him for a long period of time. We get in a fight. I done fought a couple of my brothers, like with hands, by the way. You know what I'm saying? That pain and that experience, I can't just let that. Now it's like, damn, I done wasted time with these niggas. I should have been like, the best way I could take out of that is, you know what, I'm gonna write a song about it. I have a song on The Shadow and the Shade too, literally about all the niggas that I grew up with, some of them that I fought, some of them that I'm not cool with no more. And so it's like, I feel like I would have wasted a lot of time with them niggas, but I didn't because I got a whole song about it that everybody else relates to about how they grew up around niggas that ain't no good for them. And I think that the Prestige taught me that. It let me know, like, bro, everything I'm doing, I'm going to find a way to pull my phone out and get content. Or if I was going through it with an ex or something like that, like maybe I can go back and read some of this stuff that we was going through in the text thread and use it as motivation. I'm not doing it for that, but it helps. in a sense. And so that was a real good question. That's kind of why I kind of do that like that. And I learned that from like, that's how you really get the best people never turn that shit off. You know what I mean?
Because there's another example right behind you
Sir? What?
where
Studio?
you've used something
Yeah.
for another purpose that it wasn't even intended for.
Oh yeah, facts.
Can
Yeah.
you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, I found a way to record and bring my studio setup anywhere and everywhere, bro. Like, it's crazy because working in this building, these little booths weren't meant for a studio. A company had them. The company moved and they didn't want to carry all this in storage in the actual corporate building. They didn't want to throw this shit out. So they used it as decoration. Put it all around the fucking building. I came in here and saw that motherfucker, I started recording in it. I did half my project in there. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, for those in the audience that are curious, can you actually say which songs on this project were recorded in that very booth,
Um,
quote unquote?
let me look at this. So I did my Rebellion verse here with Saha the Prince and Benny the Butcher. I did my part here. I did Out on Bond here with Fuego. I did the Northside versus Everybody. I did that here. Yeah, I did a couple here. Yup, finished Awakened Dreams here. Finished Reminiscent here. Did Institutionalized here. Yeah, like this half the album right here. Facts.